Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and today we got a quick video, but it is an important one. So I will be giving you guys an injury update on the Washington football team versus the Denver Broncos Week 8 matchup. So an injury report on the Washington football team side, and also on the Broncos side, I'll tell you guys who I think will play and who will not play, and talk about Saahdiq Charles possibly starting at right tackle for the Washington football team. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. Also hit that like button, turn on those notifications. It really helps out the channel a ton. And also make sure you guys go ahead and check out WinView. And yeah, let's get right into the video. Alright, so let's start off with the Washington football team, versus the Denver Broncos injury report. And I will not be doing a preview video this week, just the preview stream tomorrow. So make sure you guys come through to that. So Dyami Brown is out. He had that, re-aggravated that knee injury in the game against the Packers. Unfortunate for him. It's been a very, underwhelming rookie year. We heard great things coming out of camp, and he just really hasn't done much so far this season. He's had a couple good games, but the injuries I think have really slowed him down a little bit. But he's been underwhelming as well. Sam Cosmi out for the third straight week. They could have put him on IR along with Curtis Samuel, but they didn't. I think that's a little bit of mistake, because they could have called up another player from the practice squad or signed another player, but they kept Sam Cosmi and Curtis Samuel on the active roster when they probably should have been on IR. Let's hope Sam Cosmi can come back next week. William Jackson is questionable, but I honestly don't really care if he plays or not. Our secondary had their best performance, really by far in my opinion, against the Packers. Yes, they allowed 270 yards to Aaron Rodgers, but you have to think, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, and the receivers were all healthy. Coming into this week against the Cardinals, Devontae Adams and Allen Lazard were out. But, against us, they were healthy. And Devontae Adams was held to 76 yards, which, is a lot for a normal receiver. But for Devontae Adams, that is, a lot less than he usually gets. And also, 26 of those yards came off of an insane catch where we had some good coverage on him. So, William Jackson being out, I'm fine if he plays, I'm fine if he doesn't. Brandon Sheriff is also questionable, hopefully he can play, because he's a great guard for us. But we have Wes Schweitzer behind him. So I do think, having Brandon Sheriff back, if he does play, is an upgrade. I'm still fine with Wes Schweitzer playing. So whoever plays, I'm fine with it. If you want to give Brandon Sheriff another week, that's totally fine with me. And if you're even thinking about trading him, then I would not play him this week. I would let him rest up. And then Cam Sims is questionable. I think he will play. He's been out for a while. Another guy that's been out for 3, maybe 4 weeks. They could have put him on IR as well. I think he's going to be back. Saw some video of him running around, especially since Dyami Brown and Curtis Samuel are out. I think he'll play and, not make a huge impact, but he'll, get some, work on the offense. And then Cornelius Lucas, an illness, non-COVID related. So that's interesting. I mean, Ben Stanek thinks that, Saahdiq Charles will end up getting the start. And if that's the case, let's hope he's not lined up on Von Miller's side, because that is going to be a tough matchup for him. Let's hope Cornelius Lucas is all good. I mean, it's an illness, and we don't know the severity of it at all, but I mean, he should be able to fight through it. But maybe it sounds like from the reporting that it might be pretty bad and he might not be able to play. We'll see. But that would be a huge loss, just because we're already down Sam Cosmi. So let's see. Ben Stanek says, sounding like there's a good chance Saahdiq Charles is the Washington football team starting right tackle at Denver. And you guys can see the rest right here. So, I mean, I like Saahdiq Charles more at guard, but, let's see if he can play at tackle. I mean, if he can end up being a good tackle for us, maybe we found, our tackle, our other tackle, because Charles Leno's on a 1-year deal. So maybe next year we move Sam Cosmi to the left side and Saahdiq Charles is on the right side. I still think Charles is more of a guard, but who knows? I'm excited to see, him play if he does play, but I'd rather obviously have Cornelius Lucas start there if he is good to go. If he can fight through it, that would be great. But if not, it's next man up, and that's Saahdiq Charles. So he is going to have to step up, especially if he's going up against Von Miller. And then Ron Rivera said on Brandon Sheriff, he said he's very, very close, has worked all week, missed last 3 games with a knee injury. So, we'll see. We'll see if he plays. I'm probably at like a 50-50 of him playing. He's questionable, but they also have a bye week next week, so it could make sense for them to just, rest him for this week and have him fully 100% healthy against the Bucs after the bye. So that's something right there. So that's it for Washington's injury report. Now we'll get to the Broncos injury report. And right before we get into that, a huge shout out to our sponsor, WinView. WinView is the nation's leading sports predictor, allowing you to compete in pregame or live contests against other people and not the house. You answer 10 questions about each game before it begins, or you play in quarter-long contests while you're watching a game to take your viewing experience to the next level. You can play for free and potentially win some money in some contests, and you can also play against your friends and have a competition there to win some money as well. New users get a first time deposit bonus of up to $200, and you can play your first $20 risk free. So make sure you guys check them out with my link in the description. Huge shout out to them. Now let's get into the Broncos injury report. Okay, so now on to the Broncos injury report. So out, the only guy that's listed as out is Purcell with a thumb injury. Von Miller is listed as questionable with an ankle injury. Did not practice all of, throughout the week. So him being questionable is, interesting right there, since he hasn't practiced all week. So maybe he's going to fight through it. Maybe it'll be a game time decision. He'll test that ankle out. And then Jerry Jeudy is still on IR with that ankle injury, but there is some optimism that he will play. He's pretty fast, great route runner, super elusive. So I'm going to, if he's there, if he does play, we're going to have to do a really good job, covering him and making sure he doesn't get those yards after catch. And their tight end, who I'm not going to try to pronounce his name, second-year tight end out of Missouri, he is still on IR, not sure if he is going to be able to play. But the big one is Von Miller. If he is out, that is huge for the Washington football team, because if he's out, Bradley Chubb is already out, so their edge rushers do not concern me at all. They have some okay guys up there, but I trust Charles Leno, and even if Saahdiq Charles is out there, I trust him to get block whoever else is out there. But if it's Saahdiq Charles versus Von Miller, that's something that I am not comfortable with at all. Even Cornelius Lucas and Von Miller, I'm not very comfortable with it, but definitely more than if it's Saahdiq Charles. So, Washington injury report overall is getting a little bit better. I think after the bye, Logan Thomas might be back, Sam Cosmi might be back. I don't think Curtis Samuel will be back, but maybe De'Ami Brown will be back, and we'll have maybe only a player or two on the injury report. And man, Curtis Samuel we're paying him a bunch of money, and it's not like a ton of money, but still $11 million a year plus, and he's played like really 25-30 snaps this year. It's unfortunate. It's not all his fault, of course. They kind of mismanaged it. Should have probably stayed on IR for a couple more weeks, let that heal before he really plays. And earliest he's going to play is after the bye, and it's probably going to be a little bit after that. So that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about the injury report, and make sure you guys come through to the live stream tomorrow. I will likely have Rambling with Rio on, and also Juan Gotti talking sports. It should be fun. If they can come on, we're going to have a blast. So make sure you guys come through, and we'll do our WinView picks right there. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. Peace, guys.